back in there so we can get a decent car for the next time I come here. All right. Stand up. Let's hear it for him. Let's hear it for him.
I'm not that tall.
You are to me.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't even have to say anything, do I? It's like holding an auction. I'm sold, right? I'm sold in.
Better than being bought.
That's true. Better than being bought. You know, when I first came to Jackson County, I came here as a missionary. I came here as a servant to you people. Just humble me for a minute. God humbles me. I came here to serve you people, and God let me do that in different capacities. I came here to work with the youth. I came here to work with addicts. I came here to work with people that live in a place I've never been. And when I came here, I said, you know, God, give me your heart for these people. And God said, no, you don't understand. He said, I want to give you my heart for these people. And that was different. I saw things differently. Everybody became different to me. When I first ran for sheriff, you know, I didn't really I'm begging God, please don't let me do this, you know. I'd rather dig a ditch. Yeah, I knew what is entailed here. I know the oppression that's here. I know the hardship. I know the things that you face every day. And that bothers me. But then as I came into office, I had to make a decision. The decision I made was I can, you know, go along to get along. I can go along with the way things have been for generations here and get along. They told me I could be sheriff as long as I want, as long as I go along. But I had to make a decision. What is best for you people? And so after I made my budget in January, it wasn't very long after that things started kind of occurring. My first test came when a public figure, one of our elected officials, I had to make a decision. I had to arrest him. Now when I arrest him, I had a choice. Hey, we can just go down the road, you can let me out. Nobody will ever know. I asked him, I said, did you vote for me? He said, yes, I did. He said, I campaigned hard for you. I said, did you vote for me because you thought I'd do what was right? He said, yes, I did. I said, get in the car.
Amen.
Yeah! Get the damn car!
Then the next test. The next test came, and when it was a little more, a little bit harder, hey, Denny, let him walk in, let him plead guilty, let him get a day served and walk away. But I thought, you know, that's wrong. Because if it had been somebody else, they would have hammered him to the max. So when that person come to plead guilty that day, to do a day served and to walk off, I met him at the front door and I said, I'd like to introduce you to some friends of mine. They're federal agents. And they took him away. From that point on, I couldn't cross over and be a good old boy. I'd already made that decision that I was going to do what's right. And it's not a hard thing to do once you start doing it. But you can see the different things that I've gone through, the different things that happen to me every day. But you know what? If they say, Dave, we feel so bad for you having to drive that car. We feel so bad for you, the things that they're doing to you. I don't feel bad for me. I feel bad for you. You elected me. They didn't. You're the ones that tell me what to do. They don't. When they gave me every opportunity to walk away, I didn't. Because I made a choice. And I took an oath. And that oath was to you. And many times I could have walked away and been just like, hey, I've had enough. But I'm a little bit stubborn, I got some pretty thick skin, so I can ride it out. You see, I know what's the problem here. You know that go along to get along? That doesn't work anymore. That's why we're in the position that we're in right now. That's why our county's at 20% unemployment. That's why our kids have to go someplace else to get a job. Because you got all kinds of money that's been funneled into this county for years and years. That's never been accounted for. There is no accountability. We have no transparency in our local government. Local government is the best government ever because of accountability. But when there's no accountability and the business is done behind closed doors, we don't get a lake. We pay twice as much for jail and is still losing money every day than what we bargained for. You know, there's nobody, I talk to the other candidates, you know there's no other candidates who want to talk about the Second Amendment? You know there's no other candidates who want to talk about the corruption? You know why the people put me in here? I wasn't born and raised here. They thought somebody could go in there and clean it up. Because I'm not related to anybody here. Well, I am. Josh is here. He's my son. But that's what they thought. And that's, you know, I've always said there's a sleeping giant in Jackson County. The sleeping giant is the majority of the people. The people that don't stand up and speak. There's not a lot of people here today. Do you know why? Yeah, you know why. Because of retaliation. If they're seen down there at Denny's, and then Denny doesn't get voted in, oh my, what are we going to do now? Do you think there's retaliation in our county? Yes. People are afraid of that? Yes. But you know, I'm the type of person I am. I'm not going to sacrifice your freedoms to make an arrest, to make a bust. I'm not going to. How many people here have ever heard me kick in a door that I wasn't invited in? How many people have ever heard me hit anybody here? Anybody that I've roughhoused or anything? You ask anybody that's in that jail up there how they got there. I took the time to sit down 5 extra minutes and spend with them and explain to them. I want to be known as a second chance sheriff. I'll give anybody a second chance. But sometimes the first time I sit down with that is a second chance. But you know, they say, well, Denny, he's a soft heart. You know, he's gonna, you know, he can't really do this. He can't, you know, he can't be a sheriff. I can arrest a judge. People don't know, but you know, in October, we took all kinds of stuff to the grand jury that's never got to come back out again. That's odd, isn't it? And that's the indictable stuff that sends people to prison. So then I make an arrest, so I take it, let's go through the courthouse. Let's show the people. Everybody knew that was going to happen, didn't they? Was anybody here that thought something different was going to happen? You knew that they were on a snowy day when there is no judge. They were going to bring somebody else in. They were going to arraign them. 2 days later, they're going to go to court. They're say, hey, there's not enough to throw it out. But without prejudice. What's that mean? It means I can bring it up again. Now, everybody's looking for the new budget. We've got a new budget. Excuse me, new audit. I'm sorry. We have a new audit. Has everybody read that? Did anybody think that that's criminal? Is it criminal to run 2 sets of books and deceive the people? Is it criminal to take that money and to juggle with figures so it looks good? So they can borrow money to cover a debt? You know there's $350,000 in debt before I even took office. Then they tried to put that off on me. I've got a bonds company, I've got letters that say, you're the ones that broke the law, because when I made my budget on January 15th, they pushed it over in March. They're the ones that are guilty. I'll put my budget up against theirs. Okay, so I was down $278,000, $660,000. When are they going to pay it back? Are they going to? I'm not the only one that owes money. If you go down through the aisle, well, look, who else owes money here? Child support. Commonwealth attorney. There's other people. Why don't they go in and say that there's a crisis and take their stuff away? All I want, you know, is I'm not a vengeful person. I'm not mad at anybody. I can sit down and have supper, talk to anybody. There's not a vengeance bone in my heart. But what I want is I want a chance to finish where I started. If I don't get that going to get swept under the rug. Jackson County will never prosper. Never prosper. Why would a company want to come here? Do you think, how come companies don't come here? I'll tell you why they don't come here. Wait till the next audit comes out. When they find out we're $1.5 to $2 million upside down. See that little 660 they said? 660,000? They didn't mention the 500,000 that they borrowed. They didn't mention the 400,000 to make a new department, a new police department. They were so busy looking at my stuff, I think they should have been looking at theirs. But the more light that I bring in to McKey, the more they run. But there's going to be no place to run because the truth is going to come out. And all the people need to know is the truth. It's not that you want to know, just the truth. Where's the lake money? I'm so sick of hearing that. Why they tax you guys on the jail for 12 years at a high percent to build a jail and then turn right around? Now they're going to do it again? That sleeping giant is going to wake up one of these days, and that's the majority of the Jackson County people. And I'll tell you what wakes people up. When you get sick and tired of being sick and tired, boldness comes out. And that's where I'm at. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the way they've been treating my people. I'm sick of the way that they don't have the things. We have to send our kids someplace else to work. And we have a workforce here. What business would want to come here knowing there's that kind of a debt over their head and then open a business knowing full well that the county's going to hammer them in taxes when they can go a county over and not have to pay the taxes that they invite them in just to get their jobs? For too long, the people, it's we the people, have the say. And as for being involved in other things with Sheriff Mack and other parts of the country, going out to Nevada, some people say, why is he going out to Nevada? We've got problems here. It's because when I go out to places like that, those people come back here and help me. Maybe we need an outside influence here to help us. A lot of people will come in, they whisper in my ear, Danny, just lay right with them, we're behind you. Out the back door they go. That day's going to come when those people are going to come in and say, you know what, Sheriff, I want to be part of your posse, I want to help. I want to be involved. What I'm asking tonight is I would just like to have the opportunity to finish what I started. Because there is no other man that's going to finish it from what I can see. Amen. Thank you.